Hello, Scorpio. This is your reading for the week of February 24th. So the first image that I got for you, my loves, was you're standing there in a beautiful nature scene with the forest behind you and fields and just a beautiful horizon, and everything's kind of silvery, and you have a beautiful horn in your hand that's not like any horn I've seen. And you're very gently, you're just bringing your lips to it, and all of a sudden this beautiful, beautiful music comes out of it. And I see it running through the air, just like magic. It feels like it's a magic horn. And the sense that I'm getting as I watch this is that you're standing very calmly doing this. There's no effort. And it's just by letting that, almost letting your breath move through this horn, that all of a sudden everything becomes very alive, and what is meant for you comes to you. It's literally like your frequency is moving out into this beautiful divine matrix of life. And as that just happens very naturally from your state of calm and groundedness, what happens is it attracts exactly what is in keeping with that same frequency you're sending out. So of course we know that energetically that's the nature of how we manifest things. But what I feel you're being told here is there is a quality to this that almost seems fantastical, that almost seems magical, but it's mystical. And there's a difference. And that is that it is based in the reality of energy. But it can be as beautiful and it can be as magical as that image that I'm presenting to you. And you're being asked to really move into that feeling of the lightness, the magic, the possibility of that as being something that is that easy, that fantastical, that beautiful. As I pull the cards, this is what keeps being reinforced here, is that sense of you can let go of that feeling that you need to make it happen, Scorpio, because you can be very driven people. It's part of what allows you to accomplish a lot. But sometimes in the process of applying that, you forget that beautiful watery nature you have that is linked to the unconscious world, that is linked so much to that sense of mystery. And that it's not just an analytical assessment of mystery, it is the act of living the mystery. And it's difficult to do that, Scorpio, when you're driven by your logic and your intellect, which sometimes happens in the process of achieving many great things. So what you're being asked, my dears, is to please focus on the understanding that there is that beauty and that ease that is part of the divine presence, that is part of who you are in your divine nature. And that the more you can link to that energy, the more you naturally express it. Remember, you're not forcing that horn. You're not trying to call things to you. You're letting who you are be expressed naturally, and that will attract what and who you need. You're being asked to notice any time you're getting in the way of having a positive thought or a belief that something better and wonderful could happen. Because there have been situations in the past where you have been hurt. And it's been difficult sometimes for you to let go of the expectation that because you've been hurt in the past, that you won't be able to have something better in the future. No. All that serves to do is to say, no, that didn't work for me. I didn't like that. What was it about me that allowed that to happen? Okay, but do I need to go into so much analysis? Well, sometimes, yes. Sometimes we need to understand this is our pattern of behavior. This is what we tend to look for. And we get to understand why. But we don't want to stay attached to looking at that, because sometimes It's the needing to understand why that keeps us attached to that frequency. So once we've understood it, we can let it go, and we can move into now just this expression of this natural you and who you are. And this natural you and who you are is the person who's understanding that when you choose to lean into the divine, into grace, into that expectation that there is a benevolent universe giving you what you need, activating and opening the greatest and most beautiful parts of you, when you choose to focus on things that you like and really let yourself enjoy that, that's when that beautiful part of you gets expressed naturally by who you are, by how you speak, by what you speak, by just your very energy and the essence of you as it comes out. And this is more and more what's happening because, Scorpio, you have many great qualities that you express through your personality. No question. And now you're being asked to allow that higher part of yourself, which often manifests itself in your personality through service, through achievement, through taking care of people. Now you're being asked to allow it to manifest more directly through your higher conscious mind, more directly through that part of you that is anchored in grace, anchored in the understanding of energy, of higher consciousness, of spirituality at another level, where that energy is the power, not the force of the mind. Okay? It's actually really beautiful. You're being asked, really pay attention though. Okay? Really pay attention and fiercely, with compassion for yourself and with determination, fiercely move into that quality of living from the perspective of the divine, living from the perspective of the power of positive thought and positive intention, to drop and let go of whatever in the past has caused you to believe you couldn't have better, and to get out of worry. There you go. There's that worry card again. You guys can be masters of worry, okay? No. Worry does not help. Worry keeps you attached to the things you don't want. That's the nature of the frequency, okay? So move away from that. And when you find yourself having a hard time, just stop for a moment. Move into feelings of easiness, peacefulness, and grace as something that is divinely offered to you, and you just have to open to it and say, yes, thank you, and then slow down for a minute. Give your brain the opportunity to just stop for a little bit. And remember, I love this, to tune into the fact that there is another you that is your higher conscious mind that is watching you, that is present. And what we're doing with all of this work is we're bringing more of this you to be active through your personality and through your life. But remember, there is another part of you when you get into worry, when you get into stress, when you get into anxiety, when you get into hopelessness, when you get into fear. There is another part of you that is watching all of that, that is not affected by that. And you can remember that in those moments and go, yes. And that's the part of me I want to tune into now to get out of those thoughts that are not helping me. Okay? That's it, my darling Scorpios. You take care.